Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders soften. Let the noise of your day drift quietly to the edges of your mind. Tonight, we are going someplace ancient, someplace where clocks have no power and memories live in grains of sand. Tonight, we walk into the desert. Not the harsh, blazing desert you see in survival stories, but the true desert, the one that has been watching Earth for millions of years, softly, silently, patiently. The desert doesn't hurry, it doesn't cling, it doesn't chase, it simply is. And as you drift with me into this story, I invite you to let your breath match its rhythm, slow, spacious, unhurried. Because the desert knows something that we in our rushing lives often forget. Time is not a river. Time is a sky, wide, still, open, and the desert remembers all of it. Imagine this. You stand at the edge of a vast golden plain. The sun has just slipped beneath the horizon, and the heat of the day is exhaling its final breath. Warm air brushes past your skin like a sigh. The world around you glows, not bright, not dim, but in that gentle moment where daylight becomes a dream. Take a step. The sand gives softly beneath your foot, like a warm cushion, not hostile, not empty, just ancient, older than your entire species, older than every story you've ever heard. You take another step, and another. Soon the world behind you fades. The buildings, the worries, the words you've said are left unsaid. Ahead of you, the desert stretches into the horizon like an ocean made of time. Here, even sound moves differently. Your breath feels louder, your heartbeat feels slower. The air holds its silence like a secret. It's as if the desert is waiting, not for you to speak, but for you to listen. In the cities we live in, time is chopped into pieces, minutes, hours, deadlines. We measure it, we chase it, we fear losing it. But here the desert shows you what time actually is when nothing is trying to hold it. Time becomes soft, pliable. It stretches like warm taffy, bending gently between the dunes. Do you feel that? That slow unraveling inside your chest? It's your mind remembering something ancient. That before humans invented clocks, the earth kept time with wind and light. Look around you. The sand beneath your feet once existed as mountains, towering and sharp. But mountains crumble, rivers wander, winds reshape the world grain by grain, and the desert keeps the evidence. Every grain of sand is a memory of a stone that once touched the sky. Every dune is a story rewritten by wind. Every ripple is a signature of the slowest artist on earth. Night deepens. The sky softens into indigo. A few early stars blink awake above you. You take another breath, slower this time, because here, in this vast quiet, the desert teaches you something gently, almost like a lullaby. Nothing in nature is truly lost. It simply changes shape, the same way you have, the same way you will. As the last strands of daylight fade, something magical begins. The desert cools, not with the sharp cold of winter, but with a softness, like the world pulling a blanket of night over its shoulders. The air shifts, carrying hints of stone, earth, and the faint mineral scent of ancient places. You tilt your head upward. The first constellation appears, shimmering like a thought just beginning to take form. Then another and another. Soon the entire sky blooms with starlight. Thousands of distant suns glowing above a land that hasn't changed in thousands of years. Out here, light travels differently. It feels slower, safer, more deliberate. Every star seems to hang lower in the sky, like a lantern guiding you through a world without clocks. You walk a little further. Your footsteps leave temporary signatures on the sand, but the desert doesn't cling to them. The next wind will erase them gently, the way time softens past mistakes, old disappointments, forgotten fears. Nothing here is permanent, and yet everything feels eternal. That's the paradox of the desert. It teaches you how to let go while reminding you that nothing ever truly ends. Chapter 2: How Sand Remembers the Earth. Settle a little deeper into your pillow. Let your breath slow again. Long in, soft out. Because now, as the stars keep watch, we wander deeper into the desert's heart, a place where the earth stores its oldest memories. Kneel down with me for a moment. Let your fingers trail across the surface of the sand. It feels warm still, holding the final trace of the sun that kissed it hours ago. You pick up a handful. Grains slip between your fingers like liquid gold. But look closer. Each grain is older than the languages we speak, older than our cities, older than every dream humanity has ever dreamed. Hold one grain in your palm. It's tiny, almost weightless, and yet inside it is a story that began before humans existed. This grain once belonged to a mountain that stood tall and proud, then cracked, crumbled, and surrendered to wind and time. Wind reshaped its edges. Rivers carried pieces of it away. Heat fractured it. Cold tightened it. And slowly, what was once a monolith, scraping the sky, became this single grain. A survivor of geological centuries. One grain, 1,000 lifetimes. The desert isn't barren. It is full of ancient chapters written in silence. When you hold sand, you are holding the earth's autobiography. Stand again. Feel the air move across your face. The wind in the desert is not just a breeze, it's a patient sculptor and the keeper of time. Slowly, softly, it shapes everything it touches. Mountains into stones, stones into pebbles, pebbles into grains, grains into dunes. Everything here is the result of persistence rather than force. The wind teaches an unusual lesson. Softness is powerful when it lasts long enough. It doesn't rush, it doesn't try to conquer, it simply breathes, and the world changes. And maybe as you listen to it, you realize you don't need to push so hard either. You don't need to force your life into shape. Some things, like dunes and destinies, are formed by patience, by allowing gentle change to accumulate over time. The desert doesn't rush its evolution. Why should you rush yours? Walk with me now across a tall dune. Your footsteps create small cascades as sand shifts beneath you. Every step feels both solid and soft, like walking on the skin of time itself. When you reach the top, pause, look out. The desert stretches in waves, rolling and endless, as if the earth learned to breathe and frozen its exhale into golden curves. What you're seeing is a paradox. Dunes look still, but they are always moving. A dune can travel miles across a desert. Not suddenly, but grain by grain, inch by inch, breath by breath. It moves quietly, like a migrating creature too shy for daylight. Scientists call dunes living landforms, not because they are alive, but because they behave as if they are. Each dune has a rhythm, a natural migration pattern shaped by wind direction, moisture, temperature, and time. Standing here, you can almost feel that rhythm. Not fast, not slow, just natural. The desert whispers through its movement. Change does not have to be loud to be real. You don't need a dramatic transformation to be becoming something new. Your small daily shifts, your little choices, little moments of courage, little quiet dreams, they are grains of sand. One day, they will shape a whole new dune in your life. Chapter 3. When the Sky Remembers Your Name. Lie back fully now. Let your body sink into the warm cradle of the sand, as though the earth itself has cupped its hands beneath you. The night has deepened, the air has cooled. The stars above are no longer just distant points of light. They feel closer, almost attentive, as if they too have settled in to listen. Here, under this infinite sky, something gentle begins to happen. The world doesn't feel big and overwhelming anymore. It feels vast, but welcoming, expansive, but tender, like a cathedral made not of stone, but of starlight and silence. Take another slow breath. Let your chest rise like a dune in moonlight. Let it fall softly, quietly. Tonight, the universe is not far away. Tonight, it feels close enough to touch. Look up. Pick one star, any star. Let your eyes rest on it. That light took thousands, maybe millions of years to reach you. It left its home long before you were born, long before your parents, long before the language you speak existed. You're seeing ancient history arriving at the perfect moment. If you could whisper to that star, it wouldn't hear your words now. It would hear your voice centuries later. And yet, something about this moment feels intimate, as if the star recognizes you, because the atoms that formed your bones were once forged in stars just like it. You're not looking at the night sky from the outside. You're looking at your relatives, your cosmic ancestors. The desert feels this connection deeply. It has watched these same stars for millions of years, memorizing their slow drift across the sky, feeling their rhythm of birth and death. If time is a language, the desert is fluent. And tonight, as you lie beneath the quiet glow of the cosmos, you can almost feel the universe leaning closer to speak. In our everyday lives, night often feels like an intermission, a pause before morning returns with its demands and expectations. But here, in the desert, night is not a waiting room. It is the main event. The stars move slowly, deliberately, unhurried. The moon drifts across the sky as though it has nowhere else to be. The constellations glide like patient dancers, trading places over hours, over centuries. And in this slow cosmic ballet, you realize something gently profound. Nothing in nature is in a hurry, yet everything is accomplished. This is how the desert teaches time, not as pressure, but as presence. You're not late. You have not missed your moment. You're exactly where the universe expected you to be. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Feel the warmth of the sand beneath you, the coolness of the night air above you. The desert breathes too. In the shifting dunes, the cooling sands, the whisper of night wind, and the galaxy breathes in its own way, stars forming and fading, nebulae expanding and thinning, planets orbiting in silent, perfect loops. Your breath is small. The galaxy's breath is enormous, but the rhythm is the same. Expand, contract, light, shadow, becoming, resting. You're synced with something much older than your thoughts. This is why you feel calm, because your body recognizes its origin. Your cells remember the cosmos, and tonight, under the quiet guidance of the desert, you remember too. Chapter 4. The desert teaches you to return home. The night has settled fully now. The stars have relaxed into their positions. The wind has softened into an occasional whisper. Light as a memory passing through the dark. You lie on your back, wrapped in the cool embrace of the desert, and for a moment there is nothing left to do, and nowhere left to be. This is the stillness the world forgets to give you. This is the rest your body has been craving, the quiet your mind has been chasing. Tonight, you don't have to carry anything. The desert is holding it for you. Slowly, sit up, feeling the shift of the sand beneath you. Look to your right. Your earlier footprints trail across the dune like faint echoes. But already, the wind has begun to soften them. Soon, they will fade completely. Nothing in the desert clings. It lets every moment pass through it with grace, with acceptance. And it teaches you something tender. You don't have to hold on to everything. Some memories, some worries, some old versions of yourself, they are footprints in sand, meant to be softened, meant to be carried away by the wind. The desert doesn't force you to forget. It simply shows you how to release. You glance again at your footprints, and you let your breath carry away one thing you no longer need. Just one. The desert takes it gently, as though it has been waiting for you to put it down. A breeze sweeps across the dune, cool and steady. It brushes past your skin like a reassuring hand, like the world telling you it's safe now. You can let things change. High above, the wind threads through the night sky, moving unseen, but shaping everything. Wind forms dunes. Wind transports worlds of sand. Wind teaches stones to become soft. And maybe the same wind can reshape you too. Not through force, not through pressure, but through openness. Because transformation, the desert reminds you, does not always come from effort. Sometimes it comes from surrender. Place your palm against the sand beside you. Though the air is cool, the earth still holds a trace of the day's warmth, a soft glow beneath the surface. This warmth is a quiet miracle. The sun has long disappeared, yet its memory remains, held gently by the desert's vast body. You're like this too. Even when the light in your life feels distant, something warm survives inside you. A quiet ember, a softness, a knowing. It's what brought you here tonight. It's what lets you hope. It's what helps you rest. The desert doesn't lose its warmth when the sun leaves, and neither do you. As you sit on the dune, you notice a faint silver glow forming at the edge of the horizon. Dawn is still far away, but it's present, the way an idea is present long before it becomes a decision. The desert shifts in anticipation, not urgently, not impatiently, just naturally. This is how healing arrives, not all at once, but in hints, in softening edges, in a sky that brightens by a single shade at a time. You are becoming lighter, not through escape, but through understanding. Stand slowly now. The sand adjusts to your weight, cradling your steps as if it remembers you. And maybe it does, because everything you touched tonight, every grain, every breeze, every quiet thought, is part of the same earth that will welcome you again tomorrow. You begin walking back toward where you came from. But something subtle has changed. Your steps feel unhurried. Your breath feels steady. Your heart feels aligned with the rhythm of the desert, that ancient, unbreakable rhythm. You're carrying the desert within you now. Its patience, its spaciousness, its gentle understanding of time. As you step out of the desert, a gentle truth follows you like a shadow. The desert doesn't stay behind when you leave it. It comes with you. In the way you breathe, in the way you let moments unfold, in the way you stop rushing your own becoming. Tonight, you walked into the quiet heart of the world, and you found your own quiet heart waiting there. When you close your eyes later, when sleep finally washes over you, the desert will still be here, soft, patient, timeless, holding you, guiding you, reminding you. You don't need to conquer the world in a day. You only need to drift gently through it, grain by grain, breath by breath. And in that softness, you will find your way forward, always. Before we end, listen one last time. The desert leaves you with a whisper, light as wind, old as the earth itself. You are not late. You are not lost. You are part of time, and time is a part of you. So rest now. Let the dunes hold you. Let the stars fade softly. Let morning arrive at its own pace and drift into sleep, knowing the universe keeps time not by ticking, but by breathing, just like you.